Hey everyone! So today I'm going to show you how to turn this really beautiful glowing summer look into this much more dramatic, well, not much more, but more dramatic and colorful summer look. Both perfect for, dates or outings, whatever. We're going to start by priming the skin using my Miracle Blur Primer by L'Oreal as always. Just working it really well into the skin, smoothing it across. And then I'm going to take the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the color Barely Branded and get that all across my eyelids and under my brow bone as a base. And then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible in Amber Rush. And using my fingers, I'm not scratching my eyeballs out, I promise. I'm just placing that into the inner corner of my eye. These shadows work really, really nicely with the fingers. They go on really, really smooth. So then I'm going to just take whatever's left of my finger and work it over the middle, towards the middle of my mobile eyelid. It's just going to help us blend later on. And then I'm going to go in with L'Oreal Infallible in the color Liquid Diamond. And it's this really beautiful silver, but it's got pink reflects, kind of pink cast through it. So I'm using my finger again, and I'm just going to get that on the outer half of my mobile lid and then work it over the pink. And that's going to give us a really, really nice blend. Just going to take my brush really quick and smooth the edges and right through the crease just to make it nice and smooth. And now I'm going in with my Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in Noir. And I'm going to get this onto the outer half of my lash line. Wing it up a little bit, but then I'm going to use the smudger at the end of the brush, you see there, and I'm going to start smudging that up and into the silver. You can also use a gel eyeliner or any other waterproof liner that you have in a smudger brush. Now I'm just going to dot my foundation over, and then I am going over my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with a Real Techniques base expert face brush. Sorry, really, really thin layer of foundation, nothing too heavy. And then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind Treatment Concealer in the color Medium. And I want a highlighted look, but I don't want it to be a harsh highlight. So I'm taking this fairly tight under my eyes, as you can see, and along my cheeks, the inner part of my cheeks, also underneath the wing, so to speak, of my eyeshadow. Center my nose, center my forehead, but I'm keeping it nice and tight, if you can see. And then to blend, I'm just going to tap the edges and buff gently over where I have it so that I'm not spreading it out too far, so that it still looks like a highlight, but it's not, it doesn't go muddy, and it also doesn't spread too far over the rest of my face, because it is summer and we do want to maintain that kind of tanned look. So just patting and, pushing it into the skin and very gently blending it out. And this brush is perfect for that. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes and I'm going to apply some mascara using my Colossal Volume Express by Maybelline. This look is going to be beautiful for a really understated kind of look, really nice for daytime. Of course, if you wanted to wear it at night, throw on some false eyelashes and you're good to go. But I'm putting on a few coats of mascara, top and bottom lashes. And then I just filled in my brows off camera. I kept them kind of light but nice and thick and full. I used my Wet n Wild Color Icon pencil in the color Soft Taupe, and then also my MAC shadow in charcoal brown, and then this Benefit eyebrow duo in dark brown. And now I'm going to just powder my face. I'm using my Maybelline Dream Matte Powder and a Real Techniques contour brush. I'm going to tap to, just make sure nothing is settled into any fine lines, and then I'm going to pat my powder over those areas. I'm going to powder with this powder all the areas that I highlighted and concealed. So under my eyes, along the sides of my nose and my cheeks, down the center of my nose, through the center of my forehead, chin, etc. These are all the places that I tend to get oily as well, and this is a really good powder for keeping me nice and matte. So again, I'm pressing before I buff it out, and this gives a really nice thin layer without it getting too chunky and cakey. And then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match powder in W6 and a Real Techniques powder brush and just finish up the rest of my face and my neck. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite bronzing color and a fluffy brush. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder in Cappuccino. And I'm going to take this softly across my cheeks. I'm not really trying to sculpt out my cheekbones too much. I am just trying to get some color and dimension into the face. So across the cheeks, bringing it quite high up on the cheeks. And then, of course, over the forehead as well. And I'm also going to take it along my jaw and very gently across my chin, just again to add some color and some shape and dimension. Then you can go back in and carve the cheekbones out a little bit more if you want to. I really don't need to, so I skip that. Now I'm using my Milani Baked Blush in the color Coralina and the same brush, and I'm just going to buff this in circular motions across my cheek. I want a nice flush. I want to look like I've been in the sun or like I've, been running, so I've got color in my face. And this is a really beautiful shimmery color, gives you a beautiful glow. And now I'm going in with a pigment. I believe this is by MAC, and it is called Sand, I think. Taking some of it up onto my brush and then tapping it off on my hand before putting it onto the high points of my face. You just want to be careful because you can very quickly go overboard with a color like this. Down the center of my nose, forehead, cupid's bow, chin, all the areas that we want highlighted and glowing. Now I'm going to take my NYX gel eyeliner in black, and I'm just going to tightline, pushing it up into my eyelashes, hide any spaces. And I'm going to do the lips. I'm lining my lips with Clean Color lip pencil in the color Mocha first, and I'm going to fill up the corners as well as bring it down sort of a third of the way into my lip, if that makes any sense. This is going to just help define the lip gently. And then I'm going to go in with NYX lip liner in the color Soft Brown and fill up the rest of my lips. I, of course, have to be delicate around my labret piercing, but if you don't have that problem, then have at it. A tip here is try to keep your lips as relaxed as possible instead of stretching them. And that way, especially if you're filling your lips in with lip liner, it doesn't go chunky. And I'm going to go in with MAC's Myth lipstick, and I'm going to place that along the inner part of the lip, not all the way down to the edge, and then I'm going to use a lip brush to blend that out. This does have a very creamy but somewhat matte finish, which makes it perfect for this kind of look. Same thing on top. And then I'm just going to top it off with a little bit of lip gloss. I'm going to use NYX lip gloss in beige. Just dotting it on and blending it out a little bit. You can do more or less if you want to. And then I'm just going to use that same pigment I use as a highlight and highlight the inner tear duct area of my eyes. Make it nice and bright. And that is the first look finished. So now let's add some drama. I'm going to take a purple eyeliner and run it along my bottom lash line, scrubbing it really well into my lashes. This is a Wet n Wild color Icon 1. I think the color is called Eggplant. And then I'm going to go in with my Coastal Scents eyeshadow in the color Rainstorm, which you see right there. And I'm going to start packing that along my lower lash line. This is a really beautiful color for summer because it's dark and sultry, but it's also colorful, and it's definitely a color that you can see that it doesn't look black or muddy. So if you want a smoky eye but you want to skip the black and the brown because it's summer and you want to go colorful, this is a great option for you. So I'm just kind of working it, tapping it on, patting it on, and then buffing it, and then I'm going to go over the edges to soften them slightly with a fluffier brush. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top, kind of just over where we put that black eyeliner in the first place, tapping it all on in the outer corner and kind of making a very wide flat wing, if that makes any sense. I'm not really making a triangle in the outer corner. And then once again, I'm going to buff over it with a soft brush. This is the base shadow brush by Real Techniques. It's just to blend the edges out, soften them up a bit so nothing's harsh. Taking my black gel eyeliner, I'm going to line my waterline. Both eyes, of course. And now because I curled my eyelashes, which I won't normally do when I'm putting on false eyelashes, I'm just going to comb through them to relax that curl a little bit. And I'm going to use my Ardell Demi Wispies. And you want to put the lash glue on and then rest them in the center of your, you hold them in the center, rest them onto your eyelashes, and then just tuck in the corners. It's a lot easier than it looks. A lot of people get freaked out by this, but it really isn't that hard if you practice. One trick is to look way back as much as possible and look down into your mirror so that you have a lot of space to work with. And use tweezers. Don't use your fingers. Your fingers can get to be chunky. They can get in the way. So try to use tweezers when you're applying your lashes instead of using your fingers. And now I'm just going to use the black gel and kind of close up that gap on the inner part of my lash line, just so it doesn't look weird, like, you know, the eyelashes sticking out. And then I'm going to darken up my eyebrows a little bit. You want a little bit of a stronger brow for nighttime and for this kind of look, so I'm just using that same Benefit dark brown powder and running it through the brows again, sort of the outer 2/3 of the brow. And that is it for that. You can go with this lip. It's lovely with this lip, or you can change the lip up and you can use a really bright color. This is Vivid Rose by Maybelline. It's part of their Vivids collection. And I'm just applying it straight from the bullet. You can go ahead and use a lip liner if you want to. Then the final step is just to take that same bronzer and add a little bit more color in the cheeks. That is it for the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in my next video.